Hello, everyone, and welcome to Put Your Recap On, um, where I recap different talent shows. So we had the third week for America's Got Talent, and it was quite interesting. Let me tell you. We'll go through the different acts. I'll tell you my top three favorite acts, and we'll get started. We had Shufflelution first off. Um, they shuffled. I really not exactly sure the difference. Is shuffling a part of dance? Then it's dance. I don't know. But either way, they did some sort of shuffle dance act, and it was quite good. Their energy was nice. They were nice, and they have talent. I can't wait to see how they step it up. But I'm sure they're going to step it up. That was very nice. Then we had this Pam and Casper act. Now Simon was going crazy because he's always wanted to see a singing dog. But what Simon forgot was that he had a singing dog. Not only did he have a singing dog, he had a singing dog last season on America's Got Talent. I forget the name, but it was one of the online auditions. There was a country singer who auditioned from his car, and his dog was with him, and his dog started singing along, and Simon was very impressed. So there was a singing dog before, but the singing dog was not the main part of the show that time. This time, the singing dog is the main part of the show, and it was quite impressive. He didn't like sing words, he didn't say words, but you could tell she told him only to sing the chorus, and he only started howling on the chorus. And it was howling along when the parts got high, it started howling higher. Was he like perfect pitch? I don't know. I am not really a professional at that, but he was pretty good in my opinion. But then Simon Cowell started hating on Pam and said, "You got to go, Pam. Casper's the main show." Where, in my opinion, I thought Pam was a pretty good singer herself. Now, she's not the main part of the show, and she's certainly not perfect. I think she needs some vocal direction. But I thought she was pretty good. I thought she had a nice voice. I thought she was on key for the most part. I thought she had a nice range. Um, a nice range. And it was overall very impressive. So I really was very impressed. Now she didn't go all by yourself anymore. Okay, I don't know. I can't hit that, but she did pretty well. Then we had this Roman Cricelli from Israel. If you don't know, I'm Jewish, and so fact that he's from Israel is very very nice. I respect that. I love Israel, and he was a contortionist. I mean, they didn't brand him as a contortionist. He claimed his yoga teacher, but yoga and contortionism is really not dissimilar. I took a slight bit of yoga one summer, and it was not my type of thing. But in the beginning, it was like, yeah, okay, we'll like get on with the show. Like, what's the real act? Simon was very unimpressed, and Simon buzzed him, and then he fit himself into this tiny, tiny box, and it was impressive. It was very impressive. I gotta say, I was really impressed. And honestly, I would have given him 4 yeses myself. But the question is, how is he going to step it up next time? Like, he can't fit himself inside a box a second time because he just did that. So it's not. How is he going to step it up? Is he going to put himself in another box? Well, we already saw him in a box, so it's not going to be unique anymore. So then, what, like a smaller box maybe? I don't know how he's going to step it up, but it was very cool. Then we have JW inspirational singers. You have to put the inspirational there because obviously it's the name of their act. That's just the name of their act. And also the sob story, and they were good. Obviously, I mean, they listen. They used to be on Broadway, so you can only expect the best. I was expecting a perfect performance, and it was a perfect performance. I was not surprised in the least because obviously, when you're on Broadway, you got to be the best of the best. So I was expecting the best of the best performance, and it was pretty good. I was very, 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 very impressed overall. Then we had the amazing Shoji, who was a 9-year-old magician trying to be like Shinlin. And, he was good. He was good. He had a nice personality. Um, Looks Chinese also. Sounds Chinese. But there were a few things that had a problem with Shoji. Number one was with the coin trick, he repeated the trick 3 times. I was like, just get on with the act, my dear. And then he did a second trick. Whereas most magicians will do at least have at least 4 different parts to their trick. And he did what he did was he did 2 separate tricks. He did a trick with coins, and then he did a separate trick with cards, which was cool. It was cool. What he did was cool. But I just feel like most magicians, they have either a storyline or they have one magic trick and they break it up into like 5 different magic acts that all encompass the same thing, and that in the end has a great reveal. And that's that I like that he was unique, that he didn't do that, but it was a little boring. He was great. He had great delivery, but it was a little boring. When you repeated the coin trick 3 times, I was like, okay. Then we had Fallon, who couldn't really hear the full thing, but she was pretty good. Simon didn't really think she was ready yet. And fine, Simon knows music. Excuse me, he's gonna, she's gonna prove him wrong next time. I believe it. She has a good voice. You know, I don't think it was perfect. I think I would have given her a shot because I think she has potential. And I think I think she's good. I don't think she's perfect, but I think she's good, and therefore I'm going to put her through because I think she has talent. Whether she's ready or not doesn't matter. If she's good, then she's good. If she has talent, then you put her through. If she has good talent. Then we had Jimmy Herrod. Now, normally he got the golden buzzer from Sophia. Normally, about I'm skeptical about singers generally in the show, especially kid singers. And I'm especially more skeptical when singers get the golden buzzers. There's a lot of people are because singers tend to get the golden buzzers. And usually they have a sob story. They're very heavy singers. They have a heavy body, and they've been told they can't sing, and then they do sing, whatever. But Jimmy Herrod honestly surprised me. I'm not the biggest fan of Tomorrow. I'm sure most of you aren't the biggest fan of the song Tomorrow. But man, his voice is one of the best voices I've heard on Got Talent shows ever. I mean, I was thoroughly impressed. I thought he deserved the golden buzzer. I would definitely thought it was the correct golden buzzer, and I thought definitely I loved it, and he deserved it. Next, we have Danila Bim. Now I'm scratching my head here, um, because I'm not really. I didn't really get her act in the beginning. She was basically flailing around, flailing her arms and legs, which I can do. I can flail my arms and legs. It's really not that I'm flailing my arms and I can flail my legs too, but I'm not going to show my legs in this video. Sorry, maybe a different video if I get enough subscribers. LOL. But I didn't get to the end. Towards the end, she flew up in the air, and the aerialism wasn't really very impressive to me. She wasn't really doing very many tricks in the air. It seemed that her main act was being pulled by her hair. Now, it's impressive. Is it a talent? I don't know. I wouldn't, I don't know the definition of talent, but that's not how I would define talent. I think maybe her hair is talented, but just being pulled by your hair, I don't think, for me, is not impressive enough. Um, I would not have put her through. Honestly, I would not have put her through. I didn't get it. She was flailing around when she was being pulled by her hair. She was flailing around. She wasn't doing any tricks. Most people they hold on to a rope. They do tricks on the rope, and basically do contortionism on the rope. She wasn't doing anything like that. I did not, she was not a real aerialist, in my opinion. She was being pulled by her hair, and that was her main show. Then we had Josh Blue, who, I gotta be honest, a lot of these magicians I don't get. I'm 22 years old. I am a Jew. I don't really watch, like, I don't really get most of these adult joke things. I just don't. But Josh Blue was really very funny. Was one of my favorite comedy acts of all time. I didn't mind that he had a sob story because he didn't like promote it too much on the show. And he was funny about it. He wasn't like crying about a sob story in order to get sympathy. He was okay with this sob story, and he was promoting it in a fun way, not in a sob story way, which I really liked. I really liked. Then we had Brooke Simpson, who you may remember from The Voice. She was great. She did a great run stint on The Voice, and she was good here too. She has a good voice. She has a nice range. Um, she sang Lizzo's "Cause I Love You," and it was good, but she was missing falsetto, and that was the only real problem I had. When she goes, "Baby, baby, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm crying because I love you." But she didn't go do. She went in her full voice. Do, which it was good. She has a great, powerful voice, but I just feel like I don't know. Just if she doesn't have the falsetto, then it might be a setback. If she doesn't have the vocal ability, if she doesn't have the versatility that people are looking for, because I was expecting if she has the versatility, she should have done. You're not supposed to give it your all in your first performance, but you're supposed to give it as best as you can. And I think she was missing that falsetto, but otherwise it was a very nice audition. And her sob story, I'm, I kind of skipped the sob story. It wasn't my type of thing, but then it was very nice what she was doing. Then we have the other direction. The other direction were a boy band, um, making fun and trying to beat One Direction, who obviously Simon was the one that really got One Direction up and running. The other direction, and they sang an original song, a funny song. Can't say I particularly got it, but it was funny and it was nice. What there I thought the intro was a little bit long. When they asked their names, they said, "Oh, I'm name the cowboy." And I'm just like, just tell us your name. Don't tell us which personality. Just tell us your name. That's all Simon asked for, please. Like I didn't need to hear their whole story. It was nice. I just wanted to hear them sing because that you gotta understand the talent is is the singing. The talent is not the fact that they're the gayest boy band. That's not a talent. Being gay is not a talent. I'm sorry. The talent is the singing. I'm not judging them based on them being gay. If they weren't gay and they were singing, how would it be? That's the main question. Then we had a Charlie Loffredo, was a ventriloquist, who he was great. She had a bad delivery, unfortunately, because if you, I listened back to the first like 30 seconds of her intro. Her intro was very funny. Like, yeah, I'm a ventriloquist. Why else would I have? Well, she was very funny in the intro, and she's a good ventriloquist. She can speak with her mouth closed, with her teeth closed, and that's what ventriloquism is. but she has talent. She's able to do ventriloquism. She has talent. She just had a bad delivery. She's no Darcy Lynn, but I think she could be. I think she needs to come back and she needs to perfect. She got 4 exes. They all hated her. I guess they forgot. They had forgotten how good the intro was because the intro was very funny. You gotta go back to the intro, guys. And if you're watching this, look up Charlie Lofredo full performance. Check it up on Talent King HD. Search up the channel Talent King HD. Charlie Lofredo is on that. The full performance is on that channel. And she watched the intro and tell me you don't think the intro was funny. And I would give her a yes based on the intro, but not based on the actual performance. Now we're judging based on the actual performance. But I think she has talent. I just think she needs. They were saying like, "Oh, you're horrible." She wasn't horrible because her intro was good. Either way, my top 3 performances. Time to get into it. I would say number 1 is Jimmy Herrod. I, I'm in love with his voice. I don't know how much versatility he's gonna have, and I don't know how well he's gonna do, but he's gonna do really well. I'm guaranteeing that. I think he's gonna make it at least to the semifinal or the finals. That's number 1. Number 2, I think it's kind of a hard choice. I would say Josh Blue. He really blew me away. I'm not the biggest fan of most of the comedies acts in this show. I thought he was really good and he really impressed me and he really got me. Um, he really impressed me. Josh Blue. And then number 3 would probably. It's kind of surprised, but I would have to go with Roman Cricelli just for the uh, just for the variety stuff. Maybe Pam and Casper is a close is a close third, but I would have to say Roman Cricelli just because I really like him. I really love Israel. I want to support Israel, and he was really good. I don't know how he's gonna step it up, but for that performance, he was really good. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Put your recap on. Let me know in your comments below what you thought about these different acts on America's Got Talent Week 3, America's Got Talent 2021, Season 16. And what did you think of Week 4 of America's Got Talent? And what did you think about my top 3 acts, which were Herrod, Jimmy Herrod, Josh Blue, and Roman Cricelli? What did you think about those 3, my top 3? Share your comments below and stay tuned for next week's recap. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Hey, subscribe, leave a comment.